Yo. What's good, y'all? We got unboxed therapy. Apple, I keep saying AirPod Mac. Apple MacBook Air 15 unboxing. They got it early. I think it come out. They come out already, or people just getting it early, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause they, you know what I mean, they the boss. Let me know kind of below. Hey, let me kind of let y'all get that Provision. Is it called Provision? Yeah, that cost about $3 an hour. I might do that pre-payment. You feel me? Where that, you know what I mean? Where that, yeah, it costs. It says do that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay $100 every month. Hey, so be it. I'll be in the future. No cat. But yeah, like that said. Alright. AirPod Max. Keep saying AirPod.
In front of me, I have a lot of MacBook Air specific.
They got a whole, man, they give the Apple like, hey man, hit the Air MacBook. There we go.
And this is the new one, the 15-inch.
15.
In every single new.
Let me come look, y'all got an Air, y'all, I keep saying Air, but let me come look, y'all got a MacBook Air.
Color. This is a product that a lot of people
15.
have wanted. Probably want to see it compared to some of the other MacBook options that are out there on the market. So not only will you be able to compare each color of new 15-inch MacBook Air in this video, but you'll also get to see it next to, this is the 15-inch Pro, the 14-inch Pro. It is the...
They got a lot of them, man. What's that small one right there? That's a small one. Smaller than the whole thing, but like
the 13-inch Air, which is probably the main comparison that people want to see. I've also got an 11-inch iPad Pro in here and a previous generation MacBook Air. You'll be able to get an idea of just how much bigger this is.
Dang, you got a whole collection.
What you're giving up in terms of portability, or what you're gaining in terms of portability when you compare this to the.
You're gonna do a giveaway? Giveaway?
Than the Air. Okay, so the 4 colors: space gray, the silver color, midnight, which
what's the difference? Space gray and the silver color
is the black.
Is it all the same
color? And then you've also
got black. You know what I mean? I got to get black. You know what I mean? I got to represent my code, black and white.
Got
you know
the gold, which they call Stardust, Starlight.
They got a black one, man. Do they got a black one?
By Starlight.
Oh,
I'll meet you in the
they don't got no red.
This time around with the 13-inch model, I actually purchased the silver, which is like the old school color. PowerBooks and stuff used to be this lighter silver back in the day, and not that space.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Gray that everybody's been buying recently. This is the comparison I'm most excited for
up
against the 13-inch current generation. Okay, so these are all base model units. So that's 8 gigs of unified memory and 256.
They got the M2, yeah, they got the M2 chip.
SSD storage. Of course, you can spec these however you please, but it's amazing the performance we're getting out of base models these days. M2 chips all around. Look at the graphic on the front.
What's going on with the quality, man? Quality looking like that, man. Everything, we'll turn this up to 4K. There you go.
Deluxe. Next up is the silver model. Same spec. 8 gigs memory, 256 SSD, and M2 chip. I'm gonna have to.
I got the same thing.
6 SSD and M2 chip.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to rank these in terms of which colors I like and in which order. This is the Starlight.
They gave me like what, four MacBooks?
Same spec. And
excuse me,
last up,
I ate some tacos.
Silver. Wait, SPG. Oh, so is this space gray? That was silver. My bad. SPG equals.
I got a black one.
Space gray. Before opening them, I'm gonna take my guess. Because of how much I like the silver on the 13-inch, I think I'm gonna like it here in the 15. I'm guessing. I'd probably go here, then space gray, then black, and then Starlight. I'll meet you in the garden at Starlight. And the only reason on the black one, which would normally probably be my top pick, is just because of that fingerprint thing. Let's actually start with Midnight. Something nice that Apple does. The Word MacBook Air is the same color as the laptop, and so is the Apple logo. Unboxing experience, you assume, will be elegant. Pull a couple of tabs. Ooh, lovely. Say what you will about Apple's products, but the unboxing experience, top notch.
Yeah, nah, it's fine though. They be telling you how to open it. You can't just open like, you know what I'm saying, just ripping it. You rip that box, you gotta like open it with, you know, you gotta open it. You know, they're gonna tell your ass, hey, open that motherfucker like this. Open that tab, bitch. You know what I mean? And open up. You know what I mean? You know, black people, you know, like to rip.
Boom. Here is
like
midnight, and my first time handling the 15-inch MacBook Air. Extremely thin and light. This is weird. In this lighting, this midnight has a bluish hue to it.
Yeah, I see a little blue.
Which I kind of like. I mean, it's a cool look. Probably if it wasn't for the fingerprint problem, which right now seems okay, although I'm guessing that's more of an overtime situation.
I mean, you gotta wait a couple days, then you're gonna probably see it. Right now, it's brand new.
Change my ranking. I like this. On this side of the device, we have our MagSafe connector for charging. Of course, we can also charge over USB Type-C. Other side of the device, just
I got a camera too.
A tiny little headphone jack. The charger that's included in the box, I'll talk a little bit about this. It's not very high powered. You can upgrade it from Apple, or you can upgrade it independently via our friends and partners at Anker. They sell something like this. This is the 737, which is 120 watts.
Dang, that's a fast charger.
Inside of Apple's package, you've got this little guy, and you love the portability of it. But unfortunately,
I got that brick.
This is only 35 watts, so it's not gonna.
That's why I got 30
at max capacity. Yes,
nah,
it has two Type-C connectors, which is cool. But 35 watts. Why wouldn't you charge up quicker with this device instead of upgrading to Apple's, I believe it's 70 watts. This particular power adapter gives you even more connection points.
I got the iPhone 10,
multiple devices
do the job.
That extra power, including your other accessories, your iPad, your phone, and so forth. This one also has fold-down phones. Super portable. 2 Type-C connectors and then a Type-A connector, and that baby right there is 120 watts.
Yeah, that's fast right there. You charge 1% to 100 ASAP.
So now you're going to be recharging your laptop at the fastest rate possible. Now also inside the package, you're going to get your cable, and this is MagSafe. MagSafe is nice to use. You can still use your MagSafe with your more high-powered power brick, because beautifully here, Apple has decided to have the MagSafe terminate in Type-C.
Yeah, Type-C, yeah.
One end. So plug into this charger, no problem, and then MagSafe on the other. And actually, with the midnight, that's kind of a good look. You got the black on black situation over there. I will link this down in the description so you can go pick one up. What a wonderful partner to have on the channel. They have solutions for everything. So the cable is braided, Type-C on one side, MagSafe on the other, with an LED indicator light. I love that Apple has included MagSafe as an option, as well as the capability to charge over a typical Type-C cable if that happens to be what you have access to. We find Apple stickers, of course, in the midnight color. I'm gonna flip this one open, and woof, boots up right away.
Man, it just boots up like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, over there, how they just boot up like that. Hey man, welcome to your service.
Color. I'm gonna flip this one.
Look at that boot up. Look at that Apple sign.
And
boom, look at how that noise. You feel
away, which is lovely stuff. Ooh, 15 inches is giving me some space to breathe. It's giving me that real.
Oh man, it's big than a motherfucker.
State that I love. So this looks a lot like the 15-inch Pro. Why don't I grab the 15-inch Pro right now? It's amazing. Now this feels heavy comparatively, even though for what it.
What's the difference? Specs? Let me know kind of what's the difference, y'all.
It's a fairly lightweight laptop, so I lift that up, and you can just see how much fatter it is. My goodness. And
oh yeah, it is. It's more taller too.
It also is a little bit deeper. It's got a bigger trackpad slightly. Keyboard looks identical. Key travel.
Yeah, that one right there, the black one, do look more larger than the other keyboard. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, yeah, it do look different. I ain't gonna lie.
Different, more of a thumb. Woo! Anyway, very terrible. Feeling is pretty much identical. Getting yelled at for goofing around. Versatility, Pro model, what are you getting? Full-size HDMI, Type-C connector Thunderbolt, SD card slot, other side, MagSafe, 2 Thunderbolt headphone jacks. So versatility, power, obviously we know how it goes with the Pro situation. Now if I pull out the scale, because this is interesting, it's like, hey man, how much are we actually saving? And all this stuff is so powerful at this point, it's confusing. Sitting there thinking, do I really need to go all the way to this Pro model? Am I going to utilize it? Is it worth the added weight? Coming in at 2136 grams. So 4.7 pounds on the big boy. We bring the brand new 15-inch Air 1506.5 grams. 3.3 pounds. 3.3 pounds, 4.7 pounds.
So the Pro more heavier than the Air and stuff.
15,
type shit.
Screen size 16. Not an apples to apples comparison because there's a slight difference in screen size, but I think a lot of people are going to opt for this new Air. I think it's going to be
how much is the Air though?
Popular, and I think many will prefer the weight savings, still get the big screen that they want, and get a lower price point. That's my
the
take.
price low. Oh yeah, you know everybody gonna go for the low price. You know, so you already know that. Everybody gonna go for the low price.
Now, what if we bring into frame the 13-inch?
I mean, we ain't paying all that. We ain't paying for all that shit.
MacBook Air.
I already know.
We're gonna save some weight.
We ain't paying for all that.
1,237.5 grams. 2.7, 2.7, 3.3. I'll meet you in the garden at Starlight. It really does.
Hey, what is that? Hold on.
237.5 grams. 2.7, 2.7.
Oh, that's very light.
3.3. I'll meet you in the garden at
Meet you in the garden.
Starlight. It really does depend on the user. Are you planted more? Do you have a nice work surface? Are you at a desk more often? My goodness, take the screen real estate. Are you ultra portable? Are you on the airplane a lot? You might want to go for the 13. And just for fun, let's bring in the previous generation 13 at 1,292. 2.8. Now that gets closer. A little closer. Tiny bit closer. 2.8, 3.3. I'm getting some fingerprints now. It's a matter of time on the midnight. And I like the midnight, but I'm gonna be wiping it down. You look at this color right here, that's gonna look like that. And by the way, it's not just the exterior, because you might be saying, well, yeah, I mean, you know, you're picking these things up. But really what it is it's on the palm areas in here. There you go. That's even more sensitive.
Oh yeah, I see the fingerprint. It's showing.
Look at the fingerprints showing up. I told you it was gonna happen. I told you it was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's showing bad too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Something with a black one up there.
So it's something to consider if that's really gonna bug you. Maybe avoid the midnight. Now, just for fun, I've also got the 11-inch iPad Pro with the keyboard case, the lighter keyboard case. This is about as light of a little workstation you're ever gonna find, and that's coming in at 770.5 grams. 1.7 pounds, yeah. It's like a pound differentiating almost each one of these things. You can have this set up, you can go a pound more and have this set up, roughly speaking, and then you can go
everything's like a pound, yeah.
Or move into the Pro stuff. So it's just a fun comparison. And then the last one is the 14-inch Pro. We go 14, 15, then 16, 1,599.5, 3.5. So very similar to the new Air, the 15-inch Air. More screen size, lighter weight, more horsepower, and more port versatility if that matters to you, if you need that full-size HDMI and stuff like that. And a lot of it comes down to what you're going to use it for. If you're going to spend a tremendous amount of time inside of multimedia and so forth, and you feel that you could take advantage of having one of those higher-end chips, then okay. But that seems to me to be less relevant than ever, at least in our workflow here in this studio. I think we could pretty much run this entire place with one of these. Pretty much, more or less. I mean, we could. So I think for most people, you can save a little cash and instead pick the Air model for most people. Okay, so that's going to be your midnight. Now let's go ahead and move into, you know what? Let's go to the Starlight. Midnight Starlight. We'll keep it in the space category. Well, there's three.
What kind of color is that?
Three spaces. Because Starlight, you get the stars. Space Gray, which is a little bit right to the point, and then midnight. I guess is midnight space related? I don't know. Caliper measurement? You want to know 15 versus 13, don't you? You want to know if they're the same thickness? I do. I want to know. Of course, it's Apple. They're exactly the same. 15 and 13 will be the exact same thickness, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even need the calipers for that. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? This is about to be a laptop fest over here. Here is Starlight. Now, I expect this to be my last pick as far as color choice is concerned, but
that's that like beige, something like that.
Here we go. It's like a champagne color to it. It's probably the most luxurious. If you don't have it next to, say, silver or space gray, you might not pick up as much pink as when you have them next to each other. It might just look mostly silver.
Yeah, but it looked like it's silver though.
Gold. It's hard to.
I don't know. It's hard to tell though.
You would call this color boots up. I should also mention at this point, this does have the notch situation, which remains to be somewhat divisive. Like whether that's a thing that bugs you or not. For me, I can deal with it. It's not my favorite aspect of the device, but I can deal with it. I can't say that I hate this color. I would totally deal with this color. I just don't think it would be my top pick. Now, the only other difference to mention is your cable. This is going to be white. That's your typical cable that you're going to get, I think, with, I don't know about space gray, but for sure with the silver model. So the Midnight might be the only one that
they got custom, you know, black one.
Gives you the distinctive charge cable as well. Look at that color match. Okay, so let's go to the space gray, and we'll leave what I think will be my choice till the very end, which is the silvers. And of course, you guys can vote as well in the comments. We'll see which one prevails as the
shit. I like black.
Favorite.
I like black one.
And yeah, so even with the space gray model, wait a sec, that is gray. Let me just do a quick comparison here. Yeah, every single one of them is unique.
So they got different colors. Oh, that's fire though.
It's a subtle detail. I thought this was plain white, but now I see that starlight weave in there, and I see the space gray weave in this one. Now, space gray is a happy medium, and since it was introduced, it has been my choice on MacBooks. It's just kind of this nice hybrid between maybe the fingerprint situation of the Midnight and maybe the, I don't know, too light color of the silver. So I would happily use this. I think for some reason the silver seems a little bit more novel at this point, possibly just because I've owned a lot of the space gray stuff. Space gray will still receive some fingerprints. It just won't be nearly as bad as it is on the Midnight color. This one messes me up because my MacBook Pro is in this color, so this just feels like a thinner, lighter MacBook Pro. It feels like a futuristic MacBook Pro, like this is what the MacBook Pro would want to be at a certain point. It's like they designed it to be as thin as possible while maintaining the ability to have a headphone jack. Like that is just maxing this thing out. We have space gray, we have starlight, we have midnight, and we are only missing one to complete the family here. Silver.
Silver. Silver. Hey, y'all, let me know comment below, y'all, what color y'all picking on me. Y'all picking midnight black, the space gray, or the silver, man, or the Star-Lord, whatever that name called. Ain't gonna lie, Star-Lord now look like,
even silver
look like,
has a slightly different cable comparative to the others.
They look the same.
What a beautiful little detail.
A little bit.
There's something so vibrant, and this color just really pops for me. I'm sticking to my initial.
Let me make sure I record. We're recording.
Evaluation. I think I take silver one, number one. I might move the midnight all the way to the bottom because I just think this fingerprints would be irritating to me. Weirdly, as much as I like a sort of blacked out product, this one feels the least premium to me of the bunch. But everybody wants to figure out how to do a nice metallic black laptop, but it's just so hard to do it without having the surface showcase blemishes. It's very hard to do it, and you're spending quite a bit of money even on these laptops. That may or may not bother you, so you just factor that in. I know I've talked about it a few times now, and maybe that doesn't matter to you, and you're like, shut up already, Lou. I don't care about a couple of fingerprints, but I'm gonna keep
I don't care
silver at the top. I'll go
care.
space gray 2, then I'll shift starlight into the third position, and I'll put midnight at the bottom. That might be a surprise to you guys. You let me know your ranking in the comments, please. because I am genuinely curious. Which is better, the 15-inch or 13-inch MacBook Air? See, this feels beautifully light in a 15-inch form factor. Okay, so silver, opening angle, bigger trackpad.
Just the screen bigger.
So the other nice thing about this silver color, because I keep going on about this
Little
color
bigger.
situation, because really, I mean,
Mom's the same
laptops
though.
are pretty much the same, other than scale. Obviously, there's differences, but for the most part, they're the same. There's sort of this contrast effect that goes on here with this.
Oh yeah, I see a trackpad here is different.
Color option, like you get this nice difference between the keyboard and the deck and the trackpad.
It's only 11.5 millimeters thin, making it the world's thinnest.
Wait, what am I saying? I said world's thinnest 15-inch laptop.
15-inch laptop.
World's thinnest 15-inch laptop. Now they're not goofing when it comes to comparing to 13 or 14-inch laptops, but they're saying 15-inch laptops thinnest. So we are talking world records here. All right, Google versus Google. Real estate, ladies and gentlemen, for me it's the hunch factor, the hunchback factor, where I'm like, okay, a 13-inch, like I'm getting work done. I'm in and out of the cafe. You know how that goes. But over here, I got that higher kind of.
Yeah, that
I think
higher.
a lot of people can buy the 15-inch. That's my feeling right now. Battery life, so they're both stating around 18 hours of battery, which obviously.
I like the big screen though. You could like, I don't know, I'm just tall, that's why.
In this
I
case,
don't like hunch my back like that.
bigger displays using more power, so you do have a bigger battery, but you actually end up with a similar runtime. At least that's what Apple is stating. I don't think that's going to be your deciding factor either. Yeah, air-to-air webcam, they look the same. Let's test out the speakers, because sometimes you have more space inside, you can put bigger speakers, right? That could be another difference. 13-inch, max volume. $15-inch max volume. Well, yeah, sounds better. Oh, easy. 15-inch sounds much better. Way more low end. So the 15 does have advantages. I mean, you got more space to work with. However, you give up that portability. You know the deal. You know the trade. Let me know which of these two you would pick. Are you going for the 13-inch MacBook Air or the brand new 15-inch MacBook Air? And which color would you choose
Go for the 15. If I was to buy it, I'm going for 15.
regardless of which one you get, because the same colors are available? Is it going to be silver, which is my choice?
I choose midnight black for me.
Is it going to be the luxurious Starlight or the good old classic space gray, or are you all about midnight no matter what the fingerprints look like?
Yeah, I don't care about the fingerprint.
Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Yeah, I don't care about the fingerprint, man. But hey, if I was to buy it, though, man, a lot, you know what I mean, MacBook, they want to call it Air. Hey, I'm doing the 15, the newest one, where you know what you call it. But let me know comment below what y'all think, man. What color y'all get it, man. Let me know in the comment down below. But yeah, like it, sub, and yeah. Alright, peace.